Assalamualaikum everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm out here sitting on the grass and the clouds are so fluffy and beautiful, and I wish all of you were with me and we could just sit here and talk. But inshallah we soon will. So I'll start off with my topic. The topic today that I picked up is from a hadith that's from Sahih Bukhari, and it is narrated by Abu Huraira. The Prophet ﷺ said that faith consists of more than 60 branches, and Haya is a part of faith. So yes, I'll be talking about Haya today, especially talking about the Haya of women. Haya is equally important for men as well, but that's another topic. That's a very huge topic because the men nowadays do not follow even 0.00009% of the concept of Haya. So yes, that's going to be another topic we'll be discussing soon, but today I'm going to discuss about the Haya of women. So there are mostly two types of people that I come across when it comes to Haya. The number one category says that they don't cover for men. Yeah, they don't cover for men. They say that we can't cover because our men don't want us to, or men don't like us to cover our heads, or they love us wearing sleeveless tops. They love us having a defined body. So if you're not covering yourself for men who use you as a hanger, yes, and as a price tag for bidders, and they say, they have this ideology for freedom, saying that come on down, women, come on down, and they're going to judge you for your 36, 24, 36. So don't let them do that, because if a person would be quite sincere to you, he would really want to see you doing something good for yourself, and you don't do good for yourself. That doesn't lead you to Jannah, that doesn't lead you to paradise. So for those of you who think and follow their men, either it's your boyfriend, first of all, I'm not going to ask anyone why do you have any boyfriends, because this is anyone's personal matter. And yes, nowadays everyone's having boyfriends, everyone's having a husband. So but following their bad rules and destroying your own hereafter, this is not a sane thing. So stop doing that, okay? And why I would want to say all this very openly, because you don't call this freedom. I hear women every day shouting that we are independent, we are free, go girl go, you rock, So do you call this freedom? I mean, are you supposed to be the slaves of these men in the media, and the people who are sitting in front of you and they are not covered, and you think that if you're gonna cover yourself, you're gonna be called Paindu or backward or from some taboo system or some island where there were no televisions? Stop doing that, because you should have enough dignity to think about your hereafter, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to see you in Jannah with all those past creatures of His, and He has promised this for all the women who do the righteous things, who cover themselves up. Because there's a saying that if a woman obeys her Lord, offers her 5 daily prayers, and preserves the honor, she will enter the paradise of her Lord. So that's a promise from your own Lord, and you know one thing about Him, that He does what He says. The second category that I mostly come across is that for those who know that yes, Haya is important, yes, Hijab is important, but they do not follow it, justifying that why does Islam ask us to cover our heads when our minds are positive and we are beautiful, and so what's the purpose of creating ears and neck bone if we are supposed to cover them up? So let me tell you one thing, dear brothers and sisters, especially sisters out there. I repeated this, I did talk about this in my previous video, that Islam is not about logics or philosophies. It's not about why. It's about yes, okay, full stop. That's it. So, if I start on giving the examples, it's not gonna end. Okay, let me start with Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam. Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam was the dearest of all. Okay, among the biggest prophets, the elder prophets who have a buzurgana respect in our religion, Hazrat Ibrahim was the best one. He was a very best friend for Allah, and he was asked to do so many sacrifices on the name of Allah. He never said that, oh Allah, I love you, isn't this enough? Why to slaughter my own kid in front of my own eyes, whom I asked from you for 90 years, and then my wife gave birth to him? Why, Allah, why? Or why should I burn above the fire? I love you, isn't that enough? I mean, there are so many things that Hazrat Ibrahim was asked to do, but he never questioned, he never said why. Hazrat Fatima Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu, she didn't quit following Islam just because her sons were they were supposed to die in the battlefield. It was so certain that the bloodline of Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam won't pass on, but she didn't, she still trusted God. She didn't look for what people are going to say, what is going to happen, that this family is so insecure of the kuffar out there that they died. No, this wasn't the case. If we talk about Hazrat Fatima, she was the sweetest, closest, dearest to Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She is a Jannati. From the day she's born, she's a Jannati. But you can't say that she, in any scripture, it's not written that she ever even asked Rasul Akram sallallahu alaihi wasallam that why should I pray? Why should I cover my head? Why should I lower my gaze and cover myself up? I'm a Jannati. I don't need to do these kind of things. Let me live freely for 50 years in this world. After that, we'll have day of judgment somewhere else. I mean, these are not the questions that you ask. If I take you back to history, thousands of years back, when it was about Hazrat Adam and Hazrat Hawa alayhi salam, they got the punishment. Why? Because Shaitan slowly and steadily asked them to do something that God forbid them to do. It was a very minor thing, a tree there, standing there, and you're not allowed to go there. You have millions of other trees, you have millions of other things to roam around and pluck the fruit from, but this one tree you weren't allowed to. And Shaitan, he just every day he used to come and say, no, go, go, just go, it's okay, oh, it's yours, just go. And what happened? A time came that they started feeling that it's the inner voice that wants them to do it. It's them that who want to go to the tree and do something that Allah asked them not to do. And the best thing about Shaitan is he asks you to do everything but slow and steady. He doesn't go on pushing like human beings, that do it. No, he doesn't do that. He makes you feel that a time comes when he makes you feel that you yourself want to do it. Even when you have Iman in your heart, if Shaitan overpowers your Iman, you start feeling that you yourself want to do something bad, and you do it. So, going back to the topic, what was the punishment of the first punishment of Hazrat Adam and Hazrat Hawa alayhi salam was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took off their clothes. Yes, and at that time Hazrat Adam and Hazrat Hawa weren't so illiterate. They weren't enough knowledgeable about things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught Hazrat Adam only the names of a few things. Even they immediately started looking for stuff to cover their bodies up. They started looking for anything to cover their main parts. This is how much Haya is important, and the shame is important to a human being, and it should be not like the generation today, not like the people today who keep on showing themselves off for the name of modesty, for the name of in the name of modesty, in the name of following things that are so forbidden, so forbidden. This is the dress that is in today. It's sleeveless. So aren't there so many other dresses that are in today that are with half, quarter or full sleeves? Why sleeveless? I mean, why? This is not the right path. It's so you can never come in reasoning with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, justifying yourself that I didn't get the chance to cover myself up. You always have the chance to cover yourself up. It's you who decides not to. So Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that two type of women wouldn't enter Jannah, and one type constitutes Qasiya and Arya. Now Qasiya means that the women who wear clothes, and Arya means still they're naked. So Qasiyatul Arya means that women that wear clothes but they have no concealment at all. So wearing clothes doesn't matter. It's not so very much a positive thing to do, that you're wearing clothes but still you can be seen, your body is defined, and we can see which undergarments you're wearing. So these are the women with called Qasiyatul Arya, and the other category is Mailatul Mumilat. Now these women sway side to side in the way that they talk or walk in a very attractive way with the other opposite gender to attract them more towards them, and this is the worst kind. This is the kind that has so many destructive consequences in their lives afterwards. Either it's after marriage, it's on the social grounds or anything, but these are the worst type of women, because it's not according to humans are supposed, especially women, they are supposed to guard their dignity. They are supposed to be so much powerful with their body, with their anything that constitutes to the independent role of a woman in the society, that even if you are standing in front of a million men out there, because you're covered, so you feel so confident and proud of yourself. And there's such a beautiful feeling when you are all covered, and that when men are gonna stare at you, you're gonna stare back with this thing in your heart that I'm full covered, and still this person is staring at me. I can now I can literally go and punch him off, seriously. Because if you're not covered and a guy stares at you, with what statement are you gonna punch him? The next thing he's gonna ask you is, why are you wearing such stuff? If it bothers you that we are watching you, you're wearing all that to attract us. So that is the reason that you can't say that I have a good thinking, I have a positive thinking. If a man stares at me, it's not my fault, because for every neck that turns to you, for every eye that looks at you when you leave the house with defined clothes, with hair showing, with ornaments that clearly state the presence somewhere, you share in the sin that the person who commits it, you share it with him. You can't say that I'm sitting and reciting Quran, and I'm sitting and reading some Islamic book, I'm sitting studying somewhere, I'm with my friends, I don't have anything to do with the people who stare at me. No, it's you who's giving them a chance to do all that. So don't do that. If you talk about media, don't make your idols from media. Don't go for P. Diddy's models in his video. Don't go for so many people out there, ladies out there. Don't go for Jennifer Lopez. She has to answer God on the day of judgment herself. She won't take your responsibility that you saw her videos and you were so impressed by her deep neck and sleeveless tops. Your idols should be Hazrat Aisha Raziyallahu Ta'ala anhu, Hazrat Khadija Raziyallahu Ta'ala anhu, Hazrat Maryam Raziyallahu Ta'ala anhu, Hazrat Fatima Raziallahu Ta'ala anhu, your idol should be the one who used to fight. She used to just ride on horses. She used to fight and kill so many kuffar at the same time, and she used to cover herself up so properly. Her name was Khawla bint al-Azwar, and she was so modest. And still, on the other hand, with her modesty, with her confidence, because of her covering, she was like an awesome human being. She is considered as the greatest fighters in Islamic history. And if we talk about centuries back, even if it's about another religion's concept, so Hazrat Maryam Rizallahu anha, also known as Mary, she used to cover herself up. None of the men in this entire world saw even a single strand of hair on Maryam's body. So it has been, covering yourself up has been here since long. And shame does not only mean that you cover yourself up. Basically, shame is from inside as well. If you are watching something on the television and you know that they are just kissing and doing physical stuff, and you're just watching and watching and watching, and there's not even a single thing that's bothering you inside, believe me, you have nothing left inside. That's called shame. No, you have nothing. If you are going out there and you're looking at men and you're just staring at them, there's nothing called shame inside you left. Believe me, you are completely insane with sins inside you, and you are so happy and proud about it. You don't feel anything. So please, this is also Haya. Guard it. Guard your gaze, guard your Haya, guard your dignity. Be independent, but with the confidence inside out that comes with covering yourself up from outside, then covering yourself up from inside. And believe me, the women that were so respectable, that were so dignified, that used to have shame inside out, they are still respected and remembered among us even after 1400 years of Islamic establishment. So if you want to be at least on the lowest grounds among those people, try to cover yourself up, try to be more hayaful, try to, when you're talking to a guy, I nowadays never ask anyone not to talk to guys. I myself talk to guys. I have so many male friends out there, but talk in a way that's more respectable. Don't talk like, hey you, what's up man? I mean, pushing the guys off on the streets and on your university grounds and on internet. Oh yeah, acha tu to chhod na yaar, main to nahi karti na kuch ye wo. I mean, come on. Be dignified. Choose the best respectable words, and uske baad just look at how guys treat you. They are not even gonna say shut up to you, because you are so dignified, you are so powerful with your Haya, you are so awesome with your Haya, you look so beautiful with your Haya on, you look so good. Believe me, just try it once. People are gonna start talking, oh yaar, I mean, look at her, she's so backwards, I mean, wow, oh, don't. Your family is going to say that as well. So tell you one thing, following Islam is not easy. I'm not going to say that it's easy. It's not a piece of cake. It's a piece of a Mary biscuit, I guess. Yeah, a little bit hard to crack, but when it goes inside the mouth, it does, taste good. So follow this, and inshallah I'll be talking more about the things that bother me a lot nowadays, because I myself used to do a lot. Telling you the truth, I had beautiful hair, and I used to open them all the time, and I started covering myself up a month back, full coverage of my head and of my skin as well. So it gives me immense confidence. It has given me so much of good thing in me. I really feel that now I can do anything in this world, and now I'm not afraid of men out there. I never was, but now it's more like, okay, men can't do anything to me. So do that, think about it, and inshallah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always with you. He's going to listen to you more if you listen to him more. And Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and all the Anbiya Ikram, if they ask something to be done, it means that it should be done. It relates to the ideology of changing your life. You go to a lot of websites and you just see change your life, do this and you'll have a healthy life, you'll have a psychologically fit life and emotionally fit life. I think just follow these little bits and pieces given by Quran and folded by Sunnah and concealed by Rasul Akram sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and inshallah you'll be feeling so much better in life. I'll talk about more inshallah next time about something different. I'm studying about a little more about the Haya of men, so I'll be doing that later, inshallah. Nowadays I'm not gonna relate to Quranic verses because I haven't finished Tafsir Quran yet. Inshallah, when I'll finish that, I'll also start debating with Quranic verses. The reason behind it is that Quran has revealed surahs in a way that some surahs say something that you can do it in a moderate way, but afterwards in another surah it was completely stated as haram. So I don't want that the little knowledge I have, I just use it and I ignore the other Quranic parts. So inshallah, once I'm done with the tafsir, I'll have the main points in my mind that this is completely forbidden in Islam and this has a little bit of moderate attitude in it, so we can be a little bit blah blah in it. And thank you so much for listening. I basically, as people asked me, a few of them asked me why you started this. So the thing is that I am not a Shia, I am not a Sunni, I am not Qaidani, I am no one. I'm just a Muslim who believes in La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. So when I talk, you are not going to listen to something in particular that these type of people say this and that. My logics are coming, my talks are coming directly from my heart, what I feel from Quran and Sunnah, what I have gained. So that's why I share it with you in a very easy way, and I hope that it helps a lot, and at least we can start off with all the little things. So take care all of you, and love you all. Bye bye.